Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're actually going to talk about how to code within earsketch. So how do I actually physically put the sounds into earsketch? So first and foremost, guys, remember that we want to go ahead and click on our sound folder, and we're going to bring up all the different sounds. So let's just pretend that we want to go ahead and use the dubstep bass wobble 001. You'll see that you can actually click play to hear it, and you can copy it over. So since I want to use this in my song that I'm actually creating, what we need to do is that we actually need to fit this media or the media file into our overall song. So to start off, what we need to do is we need to write that out. So we need to type in fit and then capital M for media. And then now what we need to do is we need to tell essentially the computer, okay, so what song do you want me to play? Well, I want you to go ahead and play this one, the dubstep, bass wobble 001. The next question the computer wants to ask you is, okay, so what track do you want me to go ahead and place it on? Remember, guys, that a good editing technique, or at least a good way when you're actually putting together music, is that every instrument that you actually have, give it its own track. That really helps you in terms of adding effects and organizing your flow of your song. It really does save you a lot of headaches. So again, since this is the first instrument that I'm going to use, I'm going to go ahead and put it number 1 because that makes it the first track. The next question that the computer wants us to type in is, okay, so when do you want that instrument to start playing? So do you want to start playing at the beginning? Do you want to play in the middle? Or do you just want to play it right at the end? Well, let's just assume that I want my bass wobble to go ahead and start at the beginning, which would be number 1. And then I want it to go ahead and go through the end. So let's just say that the end of the song is 10. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that in right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click run, because what that does is that brings up a preview of our actual physical song. And once it's done previewing, I'm going to go ahead and click play just to kind of listen to it. Sounds like my kind of song right there. Liking it, liking it. Okay. So now let's say that I want to add in maybe another sound or instrument or whatever it may be. I'm not really feeling the bass wobble. Maybe I want to put some drums in. Well, tell you what, to save myself some time, I'm going to go ahead and use my search and then type in drums. And you'll notice that it's already changed. To save myself some time, I'm going to go ahead and just use the first one. But, remember again, guys, you can click the play button to kind of hear like what it sounds like. In the code, in terms of the code editor, I'm going to go ahead and set up that next instrument. I'm going to go ahead and type in, I'm going to give myself a couple lines here. Remember, guys, that if you want to go ahead and create more lines of code, all I did was just press the enter button, and then it actually moves it down. The reason why I want to add some space is because later on, if I want to add an effect, like let's say like a chorus effect or maybe even like a pitch shift, whatever it may be, you can actually do it right below the instrument. Really helps out in terms of like your flow and to keep everything organized. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in, let's say this particular drum solo. So remember again, guys, we need to type in fit media with a capital M. We're going to put in parentheses. And it's going to ask me first, okay, so what's the instrument you want to use? We're going to bring in that one. Remember, again, you click on the blue copy button. It puts it in there. Put a comma. Remember, again, guys, that since technically this instrument is the second one that we're going to use, instead of typing a 1 like we did before to place it in the first track, we're going to type a 2, which is actually going to put it on a separate track or the second track. Now, let's just throw it out there that instead of starting, let's say, on the first beat, which is the number 1 that we have here, I wanted to start maybe on the 3rd. And I wanted to end just like the first song where it's on the 10th beat right there. I'm going to go ahead and click the run button so it runs the line of code. And remember again, guys, that this little red line right here kind of indicates to me where I'm at in the song. I'm going to bring it back to the beginning and press play. Remember, guys, that if you want to single out a particular track, or if you want to mute one, like for instance, I really couldn't hear like the drum beat over this dubstep, so I'm going to go ahead and mute the dubstep. Oh, let me do that again there. There you go. It'll turn red when it's active, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and mute that so I can actually hear the drum beat. So let's click on that again. There you go. So it's kind of subtle. It's almost like almost like a maraca or some sort of like shaker sound there. Okay, so guys, just real quick, remember again that if you want to change the tempo of the song, which is how fast the instruments are being played, you can adjust that by, of course, typing in a new number. 120 beats per measure is pretty quick. You can bring it down to, let's say, like 100, and then it'll change the tempo of everything that you hear. So I'm going to go ahead and click Run, which updates all the coding that we've done. I'm going to unmute my dubstep track, go to the beginning, and then I'm going to hear what it sounds like. And as you can hear, it's a lot slower than what it used to be. So guys, that's actually how you code, or at least how you kind of like start to code within earsketch. The next video, I'm actually going to show you how to do special effects. I will see ya.